Namaste everyone. Today I am going to present the story about an innocent hunter and Shiva. Kashyapa was an orphan boy who had been brought up by a gang of hunters in the forest. He had no formal education. The only thing he knew was how to survive hunting and eating his skill and sustaining himself on fruits from the forest and water from the river. One day he lost his way and chanced upon a stone structure on a riverbed. People were, walk, people were walking in and out of structure. Uh, uh, People were walking in and out of it, carrying flowers, fruits, and coconuts. The structure was a temple, but Kashyapa had never seen one before, so was curious to know more about it. Till almost everyone had left for the day. Finally, he saw a young boy coming out of the stone building and decided to speak to him. Kashyapa asked him many questions in his crude language. What is this building called? Why are people bringing things with them and leaving them inside? The boy was surprised at his ignorance and baffled by his questions, but still tried his best to answer them. This is the temple of Lord Shiva. People come here to offer fruits and flowers to him. They ask Shiva for whatever they desire, and Shiva listened to all of their prayers. Kashyapa immediately wanted to visit the temple. The boy showed him the way inside and told him about the Shivlinga. Kashyapa asked the boy innocently, "This Shivalinga, does it give us whatever we ask for?" "Yes, that's what we believe," he said. "It's getting dark now. I must get home." And he went, leaving away Kashyapa alone. Hesitantly, Kashyapa entered the temple. He sat down in a corner and wondered how a stone would give anyone whatever they wished for. So he decided to test it. "Oh Shiva, please let me hunt enough prey so that I do not remain hungry. I don't have any fruits or flowers to offer you, but if you give me the prey, I will share it with you. I promise I will not cheat you," he declared. The next morning, Kashyapa went hunting. He searched for prey all day, but did not find any. Hungry and frustrated, by late afternoon, he was sure that the boy at the temple had lied to him. Still, he continued the hunt. Just as evening fell, he spotted two rabbits coming out of their burrows and killed them. Since he had promised the Lord that he would share his prey, he went to the temple with one of the dead rabbits. It was late and the temple was deserted. Kanappa entered and said out loud, "Please come and take your share, my lord. This is for you." He sat and waited till it was dark, but the lord did not appear. Kashyapa began feeling hungry and sleepy and decided to leave the rabbit in the temple. He entreated Shiva to take the promised share once more before heading home. When people came to the temple next morning, they found the dead rabbit in front of the Shivlinga. The devotees were very upset. "Who has brought these here? How dare they desecrate our temple?" The dead rabbit was thrown out. The next day, Kashyapa went to hunt for his meal again. But this time he had no luck. He thought, "I should go to the temple tonight and ask Shiva how he enjoyed his rabbit meal." To his surprise, there were hordes of people at the temple that night. It was night of Shivratri, but how was an orphan hunter boy to know that? Kashyapa looked around and noticed the young boy he had spoken to praying to Shiva inside the temple. Since he was not used to being around so many people, he decided to wait and climbed a bale tree nearby. It was a long wait and have nothing better to do. He started plucking the leaves of the tree and throwing them to the ground. Unknown to him, there was a small Shivlinga under the tree which had not been worshipped for a long time. The bay leaves fell on this Shivlinga. Meanwhile, Shivratri festive inside the temple continued. People sang bhajans and worshipped the Lord with flowers and fruits. Kashyapa was enchanted by the bhajan and slowly started singing along and chanting the Panchakshari mantra. The night turned into early morning and the devotees departed from the temple. Kashyapa climbed down from the tree and entered the inner sun, inner place. He saw that Shiva's eyes on the Shivlinga had red marks on them. They were probably just from the kumkum or the small red flowers that people had offered, but Kashyapa was sure that Shiva was having trouble with his eyes. He felt sad for what he perceived as Shiva's sorry state and wanted to help him. Poor Shiva, he thought, he lives here all alone and has no one to take care of him when he is sick. He doesn't even get a meal until the devotees visit him. Kashyapa had seen the devotees pouring water on the Shivlinga that night before. The Lord must be feeling very cold. Perhaps he's shivering, he thought. After all, he is only covered with leaves. So he asked Shiva, "What can I get you, my Lord? Maybe some food or medicine? How can I serve you?" Shiva did not answer him. "Oh no," thought Kashyapa. "The Lord indeed must be very, very ill, for he is unable to reply." Immediately he went to the forest, fetched some medicinal herbs, and applied their paste on the red marks. But nothing happened. "Oh no, I think he has gone blind. I must give the Lord one of my eye to help him get better. That will surely make him happy," exclaimed Kashyapa, his heart pure and true. He picked the trident and pointed towards his right eye, balancing on one leg on the Shivlinga and the other on the ground. The boy was illiterate and had no knowledge of mantras of the proper ways of worship, but his devotion knew no bounds. Just as he was about to poke his own eyes, Shiva appeared with his consort Parvati. Unknowingly, Kashyapa has fasted on Shivratri, worshipped the Lord with bay leaves, and proved that his heart was untamed. And so Shiva was pleased. "You have won me over your innocence," said the Lord, smiling. "People promise me the things all the time, but they forget to keep their word the moment they get what they want. You, on the other hand, treated me like a fellow human being, and that is very rare indeed. From now on, you will be considered my greatest devotee, and your name will be forever associated with mine. May you live for many, many years." This moral of the story is we should always keep bhakti towards God, because if we keep bhakti towards God, we can every time achieve what we want. Thank you, Sachin sir, to give me this opportunity to present this beautiful story. Thank you, Hariom.
Excellent story, Divyanshi, with the excellent moral.